Yes, I want to clear up a matter that is found in First Chronicles 21 1 through 17. You have to read verse 17. Um, the verse talks about Satan stood up against Israel and provoked David to number Israel. And the only real sin that I can see that is clear from the study that my mother did about three different type of views, the self-exaltation to do such a thing without command to do it is a self-exalting thing. But David takes the credit for this sin in verse 17. That's why you need to read verse 17 whenever you're reading about David being provoked. And the interchangeable word that is slipped in here that causes confusion is tempted. And then my mother goes into detail about you can't be tempted of God. If you say you're tempted of God, God can't be tempted with evil. And so tempting, though, is like seduction. Tempting is something there that makes you fall. This was a provoked to do something that was there at his grasp to do and his own will, because he takes the credit for it. It wasn't that it was someone he can put it off onto, that it was a seduction or a temptation. So the word is provoked that's used in the text. And you can't really substitute the word tempted and go to James 1:3 and start talking about tempted, because the word is provoked, and you need to stay with the text. Also, if you want to study the word provoked, you can find out that 1 Corinthians 13:5 says love is not easily provoked. That means God can provoke and God can be provoked, because God is love, but it says love is not easily provoked. So there can be a provoked to do something that is an unwanted thing to be done, whether or not it's right or wrong. It can be this self-exaltation that is going on here, but there can be a provoke to do something it ends up being a sin, even though it's not clear it's right or wrong. And and I wanted to clear up that text there in First Chronicles 21 1 through 17. You have to read 17. It always helps to do the context. I wouldn't have to make these videos if preachers read the context, and if teachers would put the context in their books. I wouldn't have to make videos straighten out and teaching the truth about the context of what the Bible says. And certain words have a context over the whole Bible, so you can look them up in the concordance and do a word study and find out more contextual information. I will be putting these things as I find them on my site, and writing tracts and books and putting them on my site. I just finished a numerology book with all of the patterns that are in the Bible that are positive. I've put them all into a book, and that'll be on my site soon, rodofironpublishers.com.